What's up, guys? So this is going to be a review of the Insignia accessories for the Apple AirPods. So I just picked these up from Best Buy. You know, Insignia is their house brand. Picked it up this evening to try to solve the problem that I have with the AirPods not actually fitting in my ears and not staying in. So they're my wife's. I borrowed them once and I took them to work. I work in supply logistics, so I was putting something into a boxing it up, and one of those earpods just fell into the box. And that's not the only time they've just fallen out. Now, I love these AirPods because they're a good design. Just a really well designed product. This is the carrying case it comes in. Just real sleek. It fits into a pocket, a little pocket easily. Charge it with the lightning port. And then you just charge the headphones inside of here. They're not in there right now. They're over here. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But so this accessory kit, it comes with these little foam things. There's 3 different sizes. And they kind of brace it against the other part of your ear, if you can kind of see that. But I'll get to that in a minute because it doesn't really fit everybody's ear. So I'll try it. I'll do that as part of the review again. But I tried them. They didn't seem to help. So it's got this little cord keeper thing. So in case they fall out, it won't go far. It'll stay around your neck and stuff like that. So that could be handy. It also has a manual. I think I got rid of the manual already. But I may end up returning this. I might need to find it, as well as the receipt. So, Insignia. It's made in China. Yeah. Alright, so got that down here. So, how do they work? So, the last part that I didn't show, because it was actually on the AirPods themselves, is going to be this here. It's a hook that goes around the back of your ear. And then it's adjustable so you can slide it. This is the actual part of the Insignia kit. And then obviously it's the AirPod. So you just slide it in right there, and then you can go ahead and put it in to your ear as such. And it's adjustable, so you can kind of use it to brace this thing against your ear by pulling. Okay, I did it backwards here. You'd push down, and it braces it up against, against the inside of your ear there. So right now it's kind of being held to where it won't really come out too easily, and that works fairly well on my left ear. So if I needed to, not too bad. So I'm just gonna sample it here. So I got some Waylon Jennings songs here. You know what? I turned Bluetooth off. Let me turn it back on, because the second part of this is actually going to be a comparison, listening to that back to back with these here, which are the Bose QuietComfort 35. They're not the version 2, they're just the original QuietComfort 35. And these are just an indispensable thing if you like listening to music, especially in like a noisy environment. Excellent. They're expensive. They're $300. They cost twice as much as these AirPods, but they're noise canceling and they're over the ear, and they have a microphone as well. And it comes with a little thing that you can use it in like an airplane that actually broadcasts that signal from a plug into the Bluetooth. But I try to avoid those things with wings that fly in the air. So other than birds. All right, so let me put Bluetooth back on here. Dang it! All right, Bluetooth. Let's see if it remembers what I was using last on Bluetooth here. I don't think it does. Alrighty, so go back into here. So it's my wife's Alley Cat. That's her nickname. Her AirPods. Alright, so it's connected now. Go back to this one here. Only data to walk the line. And you know what? It's still connected to the computer with this lightning cord, and I'm using it to capture with OBS. So even though it says Alley Cat's AirPods, I don't hear anything coming out of it at all. So that's kind of weird. Let me take it out of my ear and then open the case somehow. Alright, so the case orange light's on. I think that means it needs to be charged or something. And put it back in. So it made a noise. I'm gonna press play. Seems to be playing, but it's not really playing. Yeah, that's disappointing. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna unplug it. We'll lose the fun thing that shows what I'm actually listening to, but there we go. Yeah, that's where it was. All right, so it sounds pretty good. This thing does a fairly good job of actually holding it in place, and you can kind of adjust it to whatever angle it needs to be at to hold that into your ear if you need to. Try to get to kind of turn it and just fiddle with it and stuff like that. This does a pretty good job, even looks kind of stupid because it's sticking out. But as far as like achieving that seal, that sound quality, because it's like there's no air gaps and stuff like that, this angle right here works the best for me. So my ear might be a different shape than some. It's not well suited for just using the AirPod. Oh, well, this came apart too. All right, so this thing itself is in two pieces. I just realized the Insignia over the back of the ear adapter is what that is. So the AirPod itself, oh man, it's so sleek. You know, so many people where I work, they weren't around. We're just wearing these, and I'm jealous of them, to be honest, because they can just wear that and just go whatever, do their business, do their work, physical work, cleaning and working on stuff, and just doesn't fall out. And I wish I had that same shape of the ear, because I can kind of move around some, but over time, especially when I'm talking, it just ends up coming out really easily. It's good for listening to music when you're like just kind of laying down too, because you can kind of get on a pillow, but that'll hold it in more than anything else. My right ear is also a different shape than, gosh darn it, this came apart again. So my right ear is a little bit different shape than this one, than the left one, and you know, at first it kind of stays in, but if I play the song some more, it's actually like I can hear it's kind of in now. But if I shake my head, just over time, over a few songs, it kind of works its way out. Just then it's kind of like at the edge of your ear, where it's not really falling down, but it's not fully in. That's the point where the sound is just bad, because there's a lot of air coming in and ambient noise coming in, and you're just not getting that plug effect where you can really hear the music, which you gotta have for earbuds. Not there. So AirPods are good for, I guess, most people's ears. Sorry, I'm looking down at myself. I should be looking at the camera. AirPods are good for most people's ears, but not mine. All right, so I'm gonna take this out. Kind of talked about the build quality of the Insignia. You know, it's just it's a rubber, like a silicone type of thing. Just nothing remarkable. Pretty much the same material that all the active earphone things. It's real stretchy. It'll go back to its shape. Just white, matches the AirPods, which only come in white for some reason. And yeah, the other ones. So these are actually like a clear silicone. They're like the AirPod condoms, if you will. And I'll go ahead and give one of those another try. So I'm going to dump them out onto the keyboard here. And I'm going to put, so this is like the smallest one. And then you got a medium one. And you got these big ass ones here. So I'm going to try this one. Figure out how it orients. Alright, cool. I guess the only way to orient it is like this here. You got to line it up with all the holes that are on it, and it kind of stretches, and the whole, like that whole ear tip of the AirPod just kind of goes onto it. And once you get it, it's kind of tricky, get it all the way on. But there we go. So it's on, and it just becomes like a hook. So as you can see on the back here, that it's not focusing, but how close will it focus? I'm not really sure. If I get out of the way. Anyway, sorry. There's a hole in the back here that is open. This is the hole where the sound actually comes out. That's open, and then there's two like sensors that are also open. So the silicone doesn't cover any of that kind of stuff. And put it in, it braces that against kind of the inside of your ear. So how does the sound quality compare, and does it come out as easily? Let's find out. All right, so it sounds pretty good. It's actually making a better seal because if you look at these, it's coating the outside of that with a layer of that somewhat sticky silicone. So you can still rub your fingers across it, but you know, how does it come out? It actually it stays in better. It does a better job of staying in. So I don't think I'm going to return all this stuff quite yet. I'm going to take it to work. I'm going to test it out tomorrow as I work at the computer, as well as like walking around, cleaning, and stuff like that, and see how they stay in. So for the right ear, this small silicone AirPod condom is doing a good job holding it in pretty well. So I think this is probably good enough to where I could work with it in. Now, will it achieve that optimal sound quality, that plug? Probably not, because I can still push it in and out. I hear it like sounds a lot better now, but all right. So I think for my ears, the smaller ones are good, but just to make sure, I'm gonna go ahead and put on one of the medium ones. I forgot which side. Am I putting it on backwards? There we go. Alrighty, so I'm lining this sucker up here. Now it's worth noting that these will not fit in the charging case because the charging case is well designed to be as small as possible, and accessories such as this will not allow it to close. So I mean it's in, but I don't believe, yeah, it won't actually charge these things unless it's closed, unless you hack it somehow. But then you just have these floating around in your pocket and it'd be a problem. Alright, so this is the medium sized one on the right AirPod. I'm going to see how well that works. That's not bad. It kind of, you know, it goes up there to the top inside of your ear. It still like has a lot of play to it, but I'm going to just shove it in as much as I can. And yeah, so not bad. Let me try the sound quality. So this is it's pretty good. It seems to be staying in pretty well. I bounce around. So yeah, the medium one works pretty well too. It comes out, so you can easily pull it out. But I think it might be sufficient to hold them in until I'm, you know, yeah, it's not gonna be like you're really sitting back and enjoying music. It's gonna be your active, like doing stuff and moving around type of headphone. Anyways, so let me put on the large AirPod condom here and see how that goes on the right ear again. You know what? Have I put it on wrong? I put it on wrong. Dang it. That's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Alrighty, so put this one on here this way. Oh, you know what? I forgot that when I started this video, I had some coffee microwaved. It's lukewarm. Not bad. Alright, so the large one that really pushes up on the inside of your ear there. So for my right ear, they all kind of work, but the right one, I mean the large one, it affects a different part of that ear. It pushes up more. So the small one, you know, it kind of worked. I think the small one easily achieved like a good sound quality at first, but it may have more play to it. The large one is probably, I think that'll work better than that. So let's see. I think the left ear is a little different, but I know I'm already almost at 15 minutes, guys, so I don't really want to bore you with it too much. So I'm going to put in the left ear with just the AirPod alone. So that's really good because you got that stereo effect for the music. You can really enjoy it more. But and then you got the right one. So, you know, this one will work itself out over time. This one will kind of work itself out, but this thing will keep it pretty much from falling out as you work. and I think it'll take longer for it to work itself out with this with the large one that's pushing up against something, even though the smaller one seemed like kind of a more comfortable fit. And I mean, you get used to it. It's not uncomfortable by any means. So I'm going to take this accessory kit with me to work tomorrow and test it out some more. Anything from listening to music to YouTube videos and stuff like that. In fact, I'll record some with using the microphone. Right now I'm just using the Samsung, no, not Samsung Meteor mic. And all right, as a bonus, as promised earlier, comparison between the AirPods and the QuietComfort 35s. So I'm gonna turn these on. Yeah, these things are comfortable. So let me rewind the song a bit. It's got that powerful sound, the over the ear, the big ones. So I like that these go pretty loud, but it's not an unclean or distorted sound. If you go all the way to the max volume, it's a very loud headphone, but you can still hear everything. You know, it's like it's not warped or distorted. Kind of zone out and listen to that music. Like the piercing, like the treble sounds, like the guitar. If anything will produce auditory discomfort, it's going to be the high frequencies more so than the low frequencies. So I've gone back to medium volume. This is good for kind of just chilling and unwinding when there's a a quieter environment. This also has a microphone that's worked pretty well. I did some test videos. I haven't uploaded anything using the microphone on these QuietComfort 35s yet because I thought it looked kind of dorky to just be in a video wearing these. So I didn't do anything with that footage, but it's pretty good. I also think that these can work if you need to have one ear open to just listen for for stuff, for somebody talking to your boss, talking to you, or whatever. And it's a little less comfortable that particular way. I kind of like to have it like this. And since that noise canceling is kind of working on one side, but you got all the noise there, it's a little different. You can kind of adjust it. However, well, that works pretty well. That holds it in, but I mean, to me, if you're gonna have one ear open and you're trying to use, work and listen to music at the same time, I'd rather just have like a wireless Bluetooth. So previously, my wife had bought me some earbuds. They were called Loud Active. They had the over the ear part, but it was integrated, and then they had a string that goes to the other one. So they're Bluetooth, and the battery life was a little bit subpar. It would last for maybe 1 or 2 albums at moderate to high volumes, and it would need to be charged. But it was a quick charge. It only took like 20 minutes to charge it or so. Those got stolen from my drawer at work, and I was pretty disappointed in that. So since then, I'm kind of been using some what are they? Sennheiser and Adidas partnered earphones. They're like active earphones, but they're the 3.5mm plug. They're not Bluetooth, so that you have to untangle them every time you pull it out of your pocket. Now they came with a bag, but I don't like putting it in the bag and then putting it in the pocket. It just takes too long. But as far as like the slick factor and the technological impressiveness and ease of use overall, AirPods all the way. Just excellent product. But as far as just sitting back, I mean, there's nothing really special about it. They're big old headphones. They're noise canceling, which has been around for a while. The batteries on these last a long time, a very long time. I would listen to them for a while, about like an hour every night, and good solid couple weeks of that kind of use. I really enjoy listening on these. All right. I didn't know I'd been talking this long. I see it's almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off here. If you got any questions about any of these products, I'd be happy to answer them. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Shoot me any feedback, comments, concerns. Critiques are the most valuable, so I really appreciate critiques and things I can do better. If you want to see more of anything, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching.